Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Olivia, and as you can see by the title of this video, I will be talking about flying on your period, specifically flying long haul flights on your period. I recently had to go through. My dad works at a job where he lives overseas, he moves to different countries every couple of years. So since I'm a college student, I go to visit him wherever he is, for different holidays. So this past Christmas, he was in Ghana, and I went to visit him there. The flight there was okay, but then while I was in Ghana, when I was about to leave, I found out that, I was gonna be on my period, and I was devastated because to get home, I had to take a 6-hour flight from Ghana to Amsterdam, and then an 8-hour flight from Amsterdam to DC. And I was just like, how? So I was looking all over YouTube for videos on this, and I couldn't find it. And so I Googled it, but honestly, who really wants to read? The first thing I did is I called my mom. I was like, Mom, because she travels a lot too long. Like, she has to take long haul flights too. I was like, Mom, what should I do? And she was like, oh, well, that's never happened to me, but she gave me such and such advice or whatever. So that would be my first thing. Call your mom, because your mom knows, she would know you better than I do for me to tell you what I would do. You know what I mean? But yeah, call your mom and, get some advice. After calling your mom and taking her advice into consideration, plan what you're gonna do. Write out different things. This is what I did. Write out different things you can do, because being on your period is very uncomfortable, and to be on your period sitting on an 8-hour flight like that, that's terrible. So I would plan, write out different ideas of what you're gonna do. You know your body, and you know whether or not you can wear a tampon or whether or not you can wear a pad. So okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but practice. The airplane bathrooms are really, really tiny, so I would practice trying to put on your pad and or tampon in a small space. Honestly, that's what I did. And I found that your best bet is to stand. Okay, so you know how the bathrooms are kind of like this. They're long ways, really. So if you stand to the side, you'll be able to like open up your legs more and like you know what I mean, get more done that way. If you stand sideways, you'll have a lot more room. Okay, so by the time it was time for me to take my flight, it was like they're narrowing down to the end of my period. So my period was kind of light. I don't know how y'all periods work, but my period, kind of tails off at the end. So what happened was I had my period for my first day of flying. Like, my first flight was at 10 o'clock at night. That was the 6-hour flight from Ghana to Amsterdam. So that was one day of flying. So I had my period for that flight. And then my flight from Amsterdam to DC was the next day. And I did not have my period on that day. So basically, because my period was so light, I just wore a pad, and I just changed the pad halfway through the flight. And then my second flight, I was, good to go because my period had ended. But if I was like fully on my period, like fully heavy, I have a weird period, but that's a different video for another day. But if I was like, my period was, full throttle, honestly, I would wear a tampon and a panty liner, change it halfway through for each flight. So my first flight was 6 hours, have on the tampon and panty liner, 3 hours, change both halfway through the flight, and then fly the rest of the way the same way. I feel like that's the way to be the most comfortable, because you can't feel the tampon when it's in there. But like, if you're sitting on a pad and you're just bleeding, that's gonna be super uncomfortable. But if you can't wear a tampon, you may have to change your pad a lot often or whatever, but you know your body, so you do you. So that's what I would do, and then I would just do the same thing for my second flight as well, just to be the most comfortable. And then make sure you bring a lot of Midol, Aleve, NyQuil. Well, you can't bring that in, but if you gotta buy it, maybe try to smuggle it somehow. No, let me not tell y'all to do that, but make sure you take a lot of medicine. Medicine to knock you out on your flight, and medicine to make your cramps feel better, because there is nothing like sitting on a plane for 6 hours while you're on your period. Like, that is just dope. Okay, so all in all, if you ever find yourself in this predicament, call your mom or an older woman that you trust who might have gone through the same thing, or who knows you and could tell you kind of what you should do. After that, just plan out different scenarios of what you can do. I'm gonna wear a pad here, tampon here, switch it out, up and down, all around, and then practice your plan, because changing your pad and or tampon in that small bathroom is kind of hard. So just kind of practice it so you're prepared. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me and watching my first video. Make sure, you know, I'm just starting out, so make sure you help a sister out, like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video.